Clouded Mind Show is filmed live in New Jersey where recreational cannabis is legal. Please use cannabis responsibly and in accordance with your local laws.
Hey friends, it's time for another new episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show with your favorite hosts, Chris
I have a very caveman brain.
and Dave.
He's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Subscribe to the Two Clouded Mind Show on YouTube
See our pretty faces.
and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Two Clouded Mind. Come on.
Two Clouded Minds, baby. I love you guys.
Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho. Yes, now, yes, now, yes, now. I should be wearing some fancy glasses, but nobody has fancy glasses like Chris. What's up? Welcome to the Two Clouded Mind Show. Happy holidays if you're into that sort of thing. What? This isn't what you expected to get? Get used to disappointment, kids. That's all I can tell you. So, happy holidays. It's the end of December. Everybody who watches the Two Clouded Mind Show knows that we do a live stream at the end of December, at the end of every month, including December. However, hey, it's Metis. What's up, Metis? Look, Metis, it's you and me, buddy, so far. So, just stick around, I guess, for as long as we want to hang out. So Chris texted me this morning, Christmas morning. Listen to this. Chris texts me on Christmas morning. Merry Christmas, of course. Hey, man, I'm really sorry to do this, but I got called in to work tonight, so I'm not going to be able to do the live stream. So he got called in to work on Christmas morning to go to work on Christmas night. So, like, getting called on Christmas morning to go into work, like, to change your schedule or whatever, that's crappy as it is. Like, you don't want to hear from your place of, employment on Christmas morning, usually. And then for them to be like, hey, good morning, Merry Christmas. Did you get anything good under the tree? Well, here's a shift tonight. That's what you have for Christmas night. So, like, if Chris had any plans at all, which he did, party or whatever else, or doing this live stream thing with his buddies, not anymore. No go. And then the other, like, Anthony, Anthony, like, was in the group chat, and he said, yeah, I'm down for this. It's a good idea, because we did discuss it. Like, should we even do it on Wednesday night? It's Christmas night. Will anybody watch? Like, what are we going to be doing? But we all realized that, like, by 9 o'clock at night on Christmas, you're done with your family. Like, everybody's already scrolling on their phone as it is, like, it's kind of like, over with. You're sitting on the couch. If you're not already asleep from eating too much food, then you're probably, scrolling around on your phone, doing that kind of thing. So we figured, yeah, let's do a show. Why not? We're all going to be just kind of hanging out at that point in the night anyway. Let's do the show. And then Anthony today was like, oh, yeah, I was never going to be able to make that. So I don't know how that happened. I don't know what happened with the Anthony side, but I know that Chris got called into work. So it's just us. So, hey, Metis, did you get anything good from Santa? Did you get anything good for Christmas this year? I'll go first. I got a pair of earbuds, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth earbuds. They're not AirPods, but they're like AirPods. They're just a different brand from AirPods. I never had that before. I was still one of the cavemen with the wire, with the little thing there, and I'm talking to people with the on the phone with the wire to my phone. I finally got the wireless. I got the Bluetooth. My parents got that for me because they saw me walking around with the wire, and my parents were like, we need to help this guy out. So thanks, Mom and Dad. They got me the Bluetooth, and so now I got a pair of earbuds. I'm pretty psyched about it. I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. But yeah, Metis, the food is put away. Just watching basketball. You got to give me an update on the basketball, Metis. I don't obviously have the games right now. I watched football today because I have fantasy football interests. Now, if you watch the Two Clouded Mind Show, you know that we probably talk a little too much about fantasy football, especially me and Anthony. This is championship week for those who celebrate. For most people, like in all legitimate leagues. So today was a very sort of like stressful day. We don't normally have football. They're only doing that the last couple years, and they're probably going to do it from now on. So I'm watching football like over my cousin's shoulder, like we're talking, and I'm like peeking over to see Lamar Jackson break off this huge run. I like jump up from the dining room table, run into the living room or the family room where the TV is, and I'm just like cheering by myself with nobody. So yeah, that was my day. Demon Metis got some nice slippers and a bunch of cards. What kind of cards? So I got my nephew Pokemon cards, but he's 8. What kind of cards did you get? Are you like a baseball card or like a sports card collector, or just like a Christmas card that they were like, hey, Merry Christmas, here's a Christmas card? And if that's the case, was there money in the Christmas cards? Because that's always key. I got the Christmas card. I think everybody gets this. You get a Christmas card with the scratch off in there. I won $2. It was $1 boosted basketball cards. Okay. So Demon Metis is a collector. I can see that. Very nice. So did you get like packs that you can rip open yourself? I know that's a big thing, packing pack ripping and unboxing, that type of thing. Or did you get like the ones that are in the plastic right there in the like the acrylic or whatever with the screws, and you're like, you can never actually touch this thing. You can't touch air. Like, how serious are you? Are you in this deep? Or are you just like, I like to take my chances and open up packs and see if I can pull like a Steph Curry rookie card or some sort of LeBron James something or other? $20. Okay, so Demon Metis, his son, won $20 on a scratcher today. My niece won 10. I won 2. 20 is the most I've heard so far. So if anybody won any more than that on a scratch-offs, and I know people were doing scratch-offs and Christmas go together like scratch-offs and Christmas. It's pretty incredible. $20 on a scratch-off. I feel like I don't think I've ever won much more than maybe $20 or $50 on a scratch-off. But I hear people winning that kind of like large sums all the time. I don't play the lottery enough to ever win enough, because I think you have to play that. Like if you're scratching off and you're like, oh yeah, well I won a scratch off and I won it for $1,000. You probably spent $6,000 trying to win that $1,000. So, I think it's like they say the lottery is like a net loss or something. They probably say it better than that though. But yeah, I'm never in it. You have to be in it to win it, and I'm not in it, so I never win it. I'm not going to win it. I wonder what Chris is doing right now. So he probably got the notification that the channel is broadcasting, and he's probably at work, like, punching the air. Okay, so Demon Metis, not deep at all, just jacking packs when I can find them around me. Okay, jacking packs. That feels dirty to say. The video's gonna get flagged for me saying jacking packs. So you're a pack jacker is what you're saying. You're jacking those packs. I was gonna suggest that my nephew and I, because I got him a bunch of Pokemon cards this year, rip the packs open together, but I'm not jacking packs with anybody, family or not. That just sounds filthy. But that's good though. What was the coolest card, Demon Metis, that you pulled jacking packs? What's the coolest one that you were able to score? I used to collect baseball cards when I was a little kid, but I didn't really know what I was doing, and even if I got a good one, I probably handled it too much or bent it or whatever the case may be. Those things. Oh, I got my nephew. I got him a Funko Pop of a Pikachu, and I'm like, hey, listen, man, this is really. He's like, oh, I love this. Thank you so much. And I'm like, yeah, you can't take it out of the box. I'm like, yeah, you can't play with it. There you go. You take this box, put it on the shelf. That's the toy. Can't ever play with it. I was like, you don't have this, do you? He's like, no, I have a small version of it. I'm like, okay, cool. Play with the small version. This one goes on the shelf. Can't touch it. And I did get him a card, like a Pokemon card that was like a special one. And I don't know why they're special. I walk into the store. It's a card store in a mall, couple towns over, and I'm looking around in this card store, and thankfully, like the people in there were really nice. The guy kind of pointed me towards this like gift set, which was a bunch of different things, a bunch of packs for him to rip and all this other stuff. But then I also wanted to get him a card in a plastic case. I wanted to get him like one nice one, one fancy one. So I was like, hey man, what cards would I get for my 8-year-old nephew? I mean, he's into it, but he's not like crazy. And the guy's like, oh, Pikachu or Charizard. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, right over here. So he pointed to me, and it's like $480 for this card. And then I'm like, maybe I wasn't clear. My nephew's 8. Like, what? Show me something like a normal person would buy. And he's like, oh, okay, over here. So I ended up buying like a $40 card, which still is like way more than I probably should ever spend on a friggin' Pokemon card. But I told him when he opened it, I was like, look, you can never open this. You can never take it out. I was like, you can never, ever take it out. And then I told his parents later, I told my brother and sister-in-law, I was like, it's only $40. And they were like, oh, okay. But I made it sound like it was a lot more expensive than that so that he would hopefully, value it and keep it good. I'm sure there's a lesson in there somewhere for the kid. Okay, Metis got 2 Osar Thompson rookie cards, lots of junk, but you're a Pistons homer. All right, yeah, I have never heard of Osar Thompson before, but congratulations. Good for you. I presume he's a Piston, maybe a Piston rookie. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, I mean, I'm a casual NBA fan. I like the Knicks. So, like, football, I'm obsessed with football, and I can watch any any team, any game, I can just watch. But basketball, I'm a very casual fan, so I'm just a Knicks fan. I like to watch the Knicks. So, like, I don't root for a specific football team. I like them all. I could watch any game, like I said. But basketball, I'm a very casual fan, so I just root for the Knicks. And the same thing with baseball. Very casual. I can't even watch Yankee games, though. I'm a Yankee fan, but I can't even watch Yankee games. It's brutal. I'll go to a game from time to time. Metis' daughter got her hands on some Chinese Pokemon cards. They are a trip. Some of the ones that I got for my nephew today were Japanese Pokemon cards. And he was all excited about it. He's like, oh my gosh. He's like, Japanese ones and then Obsidian ones and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, he knew what he was looking at. I didn't know, but he was really excited about it. So I felt like I did a good job. I don't understand. The other part of it is I don't think he's ever actually played the game. Like, Pokemon is a game. It's more than just like collecting these cards. There's like hit points and power boosts and all this stuff. There's an actual game that you're supposed to play. I don't think that half these kids are playing this game. Like, half these kids with these Pokemon cards, I don't think they've ever played the game. Because I also think that when you play the game and you like lose, the other guy gets your cards. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's giving away their cards if they lose. That's a table flipping situation every time. Not in today's day and age. No kids are like, oh yeah, no, he beat me. I'll give him my stuff. Nope. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not in the Christmas spirit, not in any spirit. This is America, goddammit. Yeah, so I don't think I'm probably going to be on here all that long. I reached out to see if Anthony was going to jump on, and he never got back to me, so I'm assuming he's having some family fun over there. Can't blame him. It's the holidays. But the other big question I have is how we're doing our show next week. So next week, as you know, is New Year's. I'm sure Chris is going to have to work. Anthony is a mover and a shaker. He's living life. He's out doing the things. So I don't know what his plans are for New Year's. Is New Year's Day actually like literal next Wednesday? Let's find this out. January 30th. Oh, it's Tuesday night. Okay, we dodged a bullet there. Chris is probably still going to have to work. I don't know how we're getting an episode in for next week. But, we'll make it happen. We'll figure something out. This is nuts. Hey, Chris, good morning. It's Christmas. Good morning. You're working tonight. Horrible. Horrible. Me just never understood how to play the games like that. And Magic. Yeah, Magic the Gathering. Another one. I've never played it. And, yeah, it's presumably very involved. It seems very involved. Lots of stuff going on there. Now, okay, Magic I've heard about. I've never met anybody who actually plays that. I've obviously met kids who play Pokemon. I know some people who play Dungeons and Dragons, which is totally different, I understand, but it's like sort of these types of things. I've never met anybody who plays Magic the Gathering. Chris is watching. I was just talking about you. I was like, I wonder what Chris is doing right now. He's probably punching the air. Yeah, he's probably at work punching the air. Chris, we miss you. I miss you. I feel weird, alone by myself. This is odd. And Anthony's not here either. We could take a vacation week, Metis. You're right about that, but we pride ourselves on being consistent. We feel like there's not a lot of things that we can control in this life, and certainly in the podcast game. So we want to try to at least be consistent, because that's something we can do, is be consistent and continually bring our products to the people, bring our content to the people. That's the reason why I'm sitting here right now, because we care enough to follow through on our agreement with our audience. Chris is stuck in Bouncer Land. Hey Chris, and we talked about this a little bit too. Now I know that other podcasts have done this. But I want to play a game of Dungeons and Dragons. I want to get like a real dungeon master to come, and we'll all get together and we'll play a real game, like hours-long game of Dungeons and Dragons, and we'll make it like a multi-show show. We'll chop it up into different episodes, and because it's probably going to be several hours to do one of those things. So that I want to do, Chris. So make sure that goes in the notes app. Dungeons and Dragons. And if you're a dungeon master out there and you happen to be flipping through and watching this right now, get at me. Hit me up, baby. Slide into my DMs if you're a dungeon master. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. It would be a lot of fun. It would be a whole lot of fun. And again, I know other podcasts have done it. I know that. There's no new ideas anymore. There's no original ideas. Oh, okay. That's a good idea too. Need to get the MSPH guys to do one again. Okay, so you're telling me MSPH has done Dungeons and Dragons as well? Okay, so that's another podcast. Like I said, I know other guys have done this. It's not an original idea, but I think it would be fun, because we'll go on our own adventure. We'll do our own thing. Chris is adding it to the notes app right now. I love it. Anthony's playing Django with his family. I love that too. And Metis is watching basketball, and he's in a half a food coma. Just like me. I ate too much today. Sort of like before the show, before I started this, I was kind of not feeling very well. I was like, oh man, this is not gonna go well for me. But I'm doing okay, I think. So far anyway. Metis, what's the basketball update? Are we winning or losing? Do you have any money in it? Do you have any skin in the game? Is there a way that I can tell on YouTube? Oh, okay, 3 people watching. All right. I can't look at the count of people following or watching without watching the show myself, and I don't want to do that. I'm sick of myself. I don't need to be watching that. Chris is super sick again. You couldn't call out of work sick? Come on. Listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, the Christmas spirit is coursing through the place of Chris, his employer. It's like he works for Scrooge. Wakes up sick on Christmas morning to a call from his employer saying, you got to come to work tonight. It's Scrooge. He's working for Scrooge. That guy's going to be visited by ghosts tonight, Chris. Don't you worry. Actually, that should have been last night. Nah, you're screwed. You're screwed. Yep. Sorry. Knicks look good today. Yes, of course they did. Could care less about the Lakers-Warriors game. Yeah, it's true. 2 people called out, and you're low man on the totem pole. Well, you know what, Chris? I think what you should do is you should go up and give your boss a real big hug, before you leave tonight. Just give them a real big hug and just tell them real close to their face, Merry Christmas. Yeah. That's how you do it. and then you give them a wedgie and run away. People still giving wedgies? I bet you if you gave a wedgie in school, you would get in so much. You probably get expelled for giving a kid a wedgie now. That would be like assault. It would be like, oh my God, just a wedgie. I can only imagine like how crazy parents would go and how off the hook it would get if somebody gave somebody like an atomic wedgie and like really, really got it up in there. They would shut the school down. They shut the school down. They have the like sensitivity training. A nice, moist, sweaty handshake. Yes, Chris. You lick your palm. You do whatever you need to do. But pass it on. Yeah, a wedgie is probably assault. Probably assault. You would almost absolutely get expelled from school. What else? I mean, it's not a swirly. Yeah, if you dunked somebody's head in a toilet bowl, yeah, you would get expelled for that too, I think. Times are changing, man. Can't even give anybody a wedgie anymore. What's this world coming to? Man. You can't give anybody a wedgie.
My fucking ass hurts.
That's why.
My fucking ass hurts.
Oh, there we go. I'll have a conversation with Chris. Hey, Chris.
I cleaned his hole.
Oh, wrong button. Damn it.
Who cleaned your hole, Chris? I did. It was me.
Goodness gracious. Chris, since you're on, what did you get? Did you get anything good for Christmas? Let us know what Santa brought you. I got Bluetooth earphones. They're not AirPods though. They're good though. They're cool. You can like touch them and they stop and start and make the volume go up and stuff, which I'm sure AirPods do the same thing too, but I just got them today, so I'm excited. I was looking forward to talking to Anthony and seeing how his kid's Christmas was. I'm a little disappointed that Anthony couldn't get in. Yeah, Chris, what did you get for Christmas? I got a job. Well played, sir. Well played. Nice. Yeah, man. It's been a long day. I have the next couple of days to stress out about fantasy football. So like my weekend is like starting now, starting on a Wednesday, and I get to stress for like 8 days. It's gonna be great. Oh, tomorrow should be fun. I'm going to film a comedy show at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey. So there's a guy who's going to be doing his comedy special, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to, I guess they want to record it for an album. So I'm doing the audio recording, obviously, and I'm also going to be bringing a camera. Apparently, there's other cameramen. Like when I was originally contacted about it, I was supposed to be like bringing 3 cameras, setting up multiple cameras, setting up multiple cameras. I asked Chris and I asked Anthony and I asked another one of my buddies if they'd be available to be like a second hand for me, like just to help me out and do all this. And then I talked to the actual person who's doing the special, and it turns out I just need 1 camera. He's got like 2 other people or another person bringing 2 other cameras or something. So I only need 1 camera, and he only really needs me for the audio. So it might be like a pretty mellow gig for me, given the circumstances. I was expecting to have a lot of stuff going on, like holy shit, I have these 3 cameras, I gotta take care of all this stuff. But if I just gotta show up there with 1 camera and then hook in my audio recorder, buddy, that's the life. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be in New Brunswick at a comedy show. Chris got from Melissa, he got a PS5 and a giant box of candy from her mom. Nice. What kind of candy? We get specific about our candies around here at the Two Clouded Mind show. I don't know if you've ever watched the show before, but we we do get into our candies. What kind of candies you get? I got a box of like those, like, I think it's like a Ferrero Rocher, those things, those chocolate balls. I'm pretty sure that's what was in that box. I got one of those. That was pretty good. And then chocolate covered almonds. And that's it. And then AirPods. Well, not AirPods, but, earphones. I'm excited. Okay, what kind of candy? I have to guess. A giant box. It's a box of candy. I'm going to say Ferrero Rochers. That's going to be my guess. And then my second guess, because that's probably not right. No, too fancy. Okay. Box of candy. Giant box of candy. Oh, so Swedish Fish. Swedish Fish. That's going to be my next guess. Or something like that. Something gummy. Maybe like the lemonade Swedish Fish, like the blue lemonade Swedish Fish. That type of thing. Demon Meatus did not get any whatchamacallits because nobody loves him. Just the Lindor chocolates. Oh, well, those are fancy. Christmas is a fancy candy holiday. But yeah, whatchamacallits are elite. But, if you did get if somebody got you a whatchamacallit, they really, really know you. They really, really love you. Close. Sour Patch Kids and Starburst and Skittles. Oh, okay. So it was a box of assorted candies. Gotcha. All right. Well, that's good too. Yep. That's Chris, the chewy, gummy, sour stuff. That's what he really likes. No chocolate. Yep. I know my guy. The box kind of threw me off. I thought it was like one singular box, like what comes in a box. But yeah, that adds up. That checks out. Gummy stuff. That's the fourth. That's like a total extra food group for Chris. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's weird, Meatus. Weird might be strong. Don't yuck someone else's yum. The less chocolate Chris eats, that means that there's more left for you. So, everything balances out. But you stay away from my whatchamacallits. Sour gummy. Yep. That's our guy, Chris. Chris is in the sour gummy group. I don't eat like a ton of candy, but I think I go through phases. I do skew more towards the chocolate in general, but I do go through some like sour gummy phases too, for sure. Like I do love every once in a while a bag of Skittles. I do love, what did I get just recently? Sour punch, those little like tubes, little like it looks like macaroni or whatever. Those are pretty good. Swedish Fish are great. I haven't had them in a long time, but they're like an elite gummy candy. Yeah. All good stuff. Part of a balanced diet. Absolutely. Yeah, it keeps the body strong. Chris is a well-oiled machine. He's a monster, and he runs on sour gummies. Pretty much. Fueled by sour gummies. Nothing wrong with that. Chris, we're looking forward to your fight. Okay, so let me, I'll go through this real quick. I'll make a quick announcement, and then I think we'll wrap this up. It's 9:30. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have got an announcement. Whew, I almost didn't find that button. January 25th, 2025, just a couple of weeks from right now, about a month, actually 1 month. Today's the 25th. This fight is still happening, Meatus. January 25th, 2025, coming at you from somewhere in Pennsylvania. I want to say the Allentown area in Pennsylvania. They said it 5 times to me, but I don't quite remember. We're going out to Pennsylvania to enemy territory. Chris is going to be taking on Shuddy Boy in a 3-round battle for honor, for dignity, for respect, for the Two Clouded Minds championship belt, and more importantly, for charity. So if you're in the area of the Eastern Pennsylvania, Allentown, that general vicinity, and you want to go to the fight, please reach out to us on social media at the Two Clouded Mind Show. You can, DM us, you can comment, you can do whatever you need to do at the Two Clouded Mind Show, and we will hook you up with a way that you can buy tickets to the event so you can attend in person. If you cannot attend in person, you should be able to stream this event. We're going to be working hard. I will be there at the event and working on the tech side to hopefully be able to stream this event live to the people. So I know that Shuddy and the charity group want to set up a way where people can make a donation, and it's sort of like a pay-per-view type of deal where you make a donation and you can get the live stream. So stay tuned to that. Get at us at the Two Clouded Mind Show, or just follow us at the Two Clouded Mind Show, because we're going to be just like posting about it incessantly between now and then. We're going to give you all the details on how you can be part of it, how you can, donate to the charity, how you can maybe attend if you're in the area, how you can watch the live stream if you want to watch the live stream. At the Two Clouded Mind Show, subscribe to this channel right now. Big Boss Knopf, happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Big Boss Knopf. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for tuning in. I hope that you got everything you wanted under the tree. But if I know Big Boss Knopf, I know that there's nothing that this guy wants. This guy has it all. But yeah, so January 25th, we got the Chris versus Shuddy fight. Demon Midas says that somebody has to put Shuddy in his place, and I think that Chris might just be the man for the job. So stay tuned to the Two Clouded Minds, and we will be giving you all the updates on the January 25th bout between Shuddy and Chris. And that'll probably do it. He's getting busy here. Chris is getting busy. So Chris says, love you all. Chris says, Merry Christmas. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up as well. It's a perfect time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Midas. Thank you, Big Boss Knopf. Thank you, Chris, of course, for coming and hanging out with me on this Christmas evening. We'll talk soon. We're going to have a great 2025, which is literally right around the corner. So we'll see you then. But for now, stay clouded.